Gold, out in theaters, new post-apocalyptic movie starring Zac Efron and shot in Australia. The story begins with Efron getting off a train and meeting up with a guy in an almost deserted outpost in the middle of nowhere. The man is supposed to take him in a car across the desert to reach a place called the Compound where Efron is supposed to start work. On the way there, they make an unexpected stop for repairs and they discover a huge pocket of gold right there underneath the sands. In order to get it out though, they need an excavator, and so they agree that Efron will stay there with the gold and watch over it and protect it from other people that may come there. And the other dude fetches the equipment in the meantime. And thus begins this harrowing character study of someone being pushed to their absolute limits and trying to deal with physical and mental difficulties of the situation. It's very much a one-man show with only a few other actors showing up for sections of the film, but mainly just Efron being there by himself. And I think it's a really interesting study of human stubbornness and perseverance as motivated not by noble reasons, but rather by pure greed. The movie makes a point of showing us multiple times how Efron remains absolutely concentrated and focused on the gold and only the gold. I think it's also a really cleverly made post-apocalyptic film which does the thing I enjoy so much, which is that it throws you into an existing world without over-explaining it. It's clear that there was some sort of apocalypse, that there were different factions involved, there's some fighting elsewhere, there are some events happening, but we're never privy to them. We hear about them on the radio, some characters mention it in conversation, we see some posters in the outpost. It's just the most basic setup with hints of the larger story happening elsewhere, with very limited exposition. And I like when movies do that because it makes a world feel real and lived in, when the protagonist is not the actual center of attention for everybody, it's not the center of the universe, but rather one insignificant player. I think the cinematography is very good. The film was shot on location and some of the difficult weather conditions like sandstorms were filmed as they were actually happening in an unplanned way. Zac Efron is great in the role. I believed his character through and through. The supporting cast also solid. I also want to say that the movie is very well paced. It moves quickly and it never becomes tedious and boring even towards the end, which is a risk, I think, when you take into account the presented scenario, a single person, single location type thing. The ending, I'm sure, will be divisive because it's quite abrupt and very shocking, but I personally liked it. I thought it really drives the point home, the senselessness of greed in the face of an apocalyptic world and the hopelessness of those people. I liked it. I think it's a solid film.